Tristan, let's take a look at your skating stride. The three things we're going to focus on is your leg extension, so that's the leg that's pushing out to generate power, your knee bend, so that would be the opposite leg, and that's where you're sitting down in your stance. You want your knee bent at a 90-degree angle. And then the last thing is your recovery, which is how you bring your feet back underneath your body when you're skating. So if we look at your skating stride in slow motion, we can see your takeoff or your acceleration. And here's the full extension of your right leg. We want to see that leg extended at a 45-degree angle. In this case, you're at around 49-50 degrees, so that's good. It's a little bit further than you would normally like, but it's not going to slow you down at all. Why I know that's a good leg extension is not because I can see that on the angle it's 45 degrees, but because there's a straight line between your head and your toe. That's also an indicator. You'd like to see your back a little more straight up. That means your shoulders are a little bit higher and not as far over your feet. So if I just draw a square over your back, you can see that it's hunched over a little bit. You'd like to see those shoulders not squeezed into your body but out a bit more. Your head's up, and if I draw a line, you can see your head's just over your front toe. That actually could be a little bit further back. However, in this case, certainly doesn't provide or create any issues. So your stride length is looking good. You could sit up a bit more. So let's just move forward because something interesting happens here. You can see that from before you were more bent over and going faster, and then you stood up, and look at all the speed you lost. So that shows the real key component to creating speed is making sure that your knees are bent. Because in this case, you went from having about a 90-degree knee bend to what is going to be more like 103 degrees. And as a result of standing up, that means you've really slowed yourself down, because now your skating stride is probably, yeah, you can see it's at 37 degrees. So as soon as you move that body up, you start to get slower. Let's clear that. So the key is sit down in your skating stance and make sure that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, which in this case would be more like that. So you could see you could be sat down even more in your stride. So the key is you don't want to lift your body when you're skating. When we're recovering, recovery means bringing our feet back underneath our body. You can see you do a very good job before you're striding is bringing your feet underneath your body. That's exactly what we're looking for. So good job there. You don't want to be too far ahead of your skates, one foot in front of the other, or too far behind. So as you're coming back the other way, we'll look at a couple other things. Let's look at your arm swing. Your arm swing is the swing of your right arm and the swing of your left arm. You want to imagine as if you're wearing a jacket with a zipper. Your arms don't want to cross over that zipper too far, otherwise you end up turning your body and slowing down. So you can see here that your right arm is now fully across your body, and that brings your shoulders down a little bit. So to create the momentum from your other arm, you got to swing it the other way around. So you can see that your body's twisted, and then here this arm is in front of your body. But if you have both of your arms and your legs not working in motion, you can see how that really hampers with your skating stride. So let's take a look at the angles of your legs here now. Anyways, you can see that your arm is twisting a bit. Here's another good example of how your shoulders are slouching a little bit, and that's slowing you down in your skating stride. In any event, though, here's a great example. You can see your body's just slightly twisted right here. So you want to try to keep your shoulders square as opposed to too far slanted. Overall, good skating stride, some stuff to work on. Let's make sure we're working on getting the legs extended, the knees bent further, but most importantly for you, Tristan, not swinging your arms all the way across your body.